Hey, this is Peggy with Easy Peasy Machine Embroidery, and today I am going to be making a circular family tree. And I am in the Elite version of the software so that I can add some motifs to my circular family tree. So, let's begin. So, I'm going to start off with a blank canvas, and I know this is going to be big, so we're going to do a 260 by 260 hoop, natural position. And I'm just going to start off with some lettering. And I'm going to put Clarence and my parents' names. And we're going to just do straight across and apply. And now I am going to do letters still. I'm going to keep that font, and I'm going to say Robert, ... Dennis, ... You could also use dashes or asterisks. Peggy, ... and Frederick. And now I'm going to do the circle. And we're going to say apply. And I'm going to move that circle in. And I don't want to, right about there. And it doesn't go all the way around. So now I'm going to do a right click over the circle and say edit lettering. And I'm going to increase the gap a little bit and see what that does. And I've still got, it's not quite all the way around, so I am going to add one more dot and see what that does. And I'm going to do one more thing. We're going to edit lettering, and I'm going to put 1, 2, 3, 4 in front of my first name, and that's good. So now we're full circle, and I'm going to get rid of everything, and I'm going to write the grandkids. So, SIERRA, Sierra, ... I'm going to put 5 dots. Amber, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. CRYSTAL, Crystal, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And apply. And my parents weren't very lucky. They didn't get a lot of grandkids. So what we're going to do here is we're going to do edit lettering. And I could add some more dots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. See what that looks like. And I'm going to increase the gap. And the reason I do that is because some of my letters would be really close to some of the other letters, so the gap puts some space between all the letterings. You're going to see that. And I'm going to add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. See what that does. And I'm going to add a couple there, a couple there, a couple there. And all I need is one more dot someplace. So, edit. And I'm going to put a dot right there. And that makes the full circle. And for those of you who have great grandkids and whatnot, I would just keep going around in those circles, and that would be good to go. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to actually make this a little bigger. And I'm going to add some more dots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's see what that looks like. And let's see, let's go to the very end. I'm using my arrow key. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And you get the idea in either case. I'm going to do the same thing with this one. And we're going to just pretend that I've added the dots or asterisks or whatever there. And I'm going to do a file, a save as, family tree. I spelled it wrong, but I'm not going to worry about that right now. And I'm going to get rid of everything there. And now I'm going to go into Create, into Digitizing. I'm going to hit Cancel here. Or I could also say Start a new design with no picture. I'm going to Insert Embroidery. And there's my family tree. And I'm going to go down to the very, very end. And I'm going to do a Quick Create tab. And I'm going to turn off Pattern Fill. I can keep it satin line if I want, but I'm going to do a motif fill. I'm going to go over to Fill Area and Line. And remember, we have all kinds of motifs here. This is the groups. So you've got Husqvarna, you've got all the Pfaff motifs. I'm going to go into Pfaff. Nobody uses the Pfaff. So I'm going to do decorative. And I'm going to choose this one. So category 5-3 decorative and stitch number 14. And I'm going to say OK. There's my circle, and then I'm going to say insert the shape. And I'm going to hold my control key down until I have a circle around the first bunch of text. And I'm going to keep that same motif, but it could be changed. And again, I am holding my motif, my control key down so that it enlarges proportionately. And I like that. And now I'm going to do it one more time and take it to the outside. Whoops. I want to keep it in the very center. And it cannot go outside the hoop line. So I'm going to bring it in. And one other thing, lastly, if I have, great-grandkids and all that, or a lot of names, I'm going to go up here and I'm going to ungroup it right now. And I'm trying to think, oh, now I remember what I was going to do with that. I'm going to add another color change. Insert color change. I'll do blue. And I'm going to do insert color change. There's a method to my madness. And then I'm going to bring this one down under that color change. So I've got something in the very, very center. And I always, because I have a Sew Steady table, so I can go bigger than this 10-inch frame. I'm going to insert, I'm going to go into the zoom. And I believe right here is my very center. And I'm going to go and put a double stitch. I got a circle here. And I'm probably going to have to go to regular and put that circle in first. And I'm going to shrink it, shrink it, shrink it, shrink it. Come on. Come on, Zoomer. There we go. And I'm going to pick that, and I don't have the square, so I'm going to go home and do box select. And I'm going to bring that circle in until it's basically a square. And I'm going to zoom in one more time. And I'm going to go box select. And I'm actually going to shrink this down even more and put that in the very center. And the reason I'm doing this is if I'm using my Sew Steady table, that little circle is going to tell me where my center is. So that when I go round and round and round, I know where my center is and it's not going to make lopsided circles. Okay, so let's go back out here. See, you don't even see that little circle, and it's going to stitch out at the very beginning. You can change whatever color you want, and if you have that Sew Steady table, you can keep on going with motifs that are on your machine. And I've done this as a family circle before. And here is one I did. Here is one I did. I'm having a little technical difficulty, so hopefully this will show up. Here is one I did for the family tree for someone that's very close to me. You can see I've got the center dot there, and the parents, and the kids, and the grandkids, and the great-grandkids, and then I put the family name out here, and I used a lot of motifs in my Sew Steady table, and then I put one single stitch circle all the way around it so I knew where to cut and have a perfect circle. Okay, so that concludes this lesson, and hope I gave you some inspiration, and catch you later.